Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Bald Explorer Live. It's so nice of you to join us. Or in fact, it's so nice of us to join you, because actually we were in full flight just now doing the live show on the 15th of March 2018. We've had a hoot, and then I realised there's a button that I hadn't pressed. And we were doing this to ourselves, and I was just like, hold on a minute, sorry Julia, we've got to do it all over again. We feel a bit of a twist. Let's just make sure we are actually going out, because I didn't. There they are, they're all there.
You can't get the staff these days.
You can't get the staff, no. They're all joining, here we go, says Mark Wynn. Hello Mark, hello Kevin, hello Anne, hello Russell. I don't know what's going on here, but the comments have got bigger this week. We've got bigger comments. Either that or my glasses are magnifying everything up a bit bigger. The text, you know. The text. Watch us, says Erica. Anyway, yes, here we are. Here come the emojis. So nice to have the emojis. So nice. Of course, if you're watching on YouTube, they don't get the emojis. They just don't get it because it's a replay and none of that goes out. I'm so sorry. I don't think it goes out if you watch the Facebook replay either. I think the emojis spreading across and all the love and the anger and the hatred and the exploding bombs.
Do.
Oh, do they?
They do.
Oh, good.
They do.
They do.
They do. Don't you know?
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the lovely Julia is here on the show. I do apologise because we thought we were on and we weren't on, and we've just now thrown ourselves into a bit of a tipped hat.
I think it was just a warm-up.
It was a warm-up. Anyway, the point is, the lovely Julia is here, and it's so nice. So, welcome back to the live show, Julia.
Very nice to be back.
It's very nice to have you back. Everybody's been itching to have you back, which is absolutely fantastic.
Don't know why.
No, because
I'll take it.
yeah, good. Take it. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had some pre-show tea. We have show them your lovely mug. I mean, I got a lovely mug, which I'm wearing on my face, of course. But your lovely mug is here now. Explain your lovely mug to the lovely viewers.
Well, I'm a unicorn fan.
A unicorn.
I don't think there's much more explanation to do with that.
And it's got the horn.
It's got the horn today.
Because last time you were here, you had the horn, and now you've got a littler horn. Your horn is diminishing. The more times you're with the Vobes, it's getting smaller and smaller, which is, you know, a bit of a shame, but never mind.
I was going to say, I can't be too sad about that.
No, I'm not surprised. It's a lovely mug. Where did you get it?
Asda.
Asda? I didn't know Asda did lovely mugs.
I've been doing all sorts of unicorn things these days.
Fantastic. Well, it's lovely to have you here, and it's lovely to see everybody coming. Move the camera over, Vobes. Move it over to where? What do you mean, move the camera over? Am I dominating the thing? I don't. Sometimes it's very hard to understand. Oh, yeah, that's it. I'll elbow myself out. There we go. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Julia Show.
Who was talking about the takeover?
It's an outrage. It's an absolute outrage. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, on with the show. It's lovely to have Julia here, but we have some other drink. We do have some. Now, this is non-alcoholic, I should point out. So we don't want that business where we were singing Old Lang Syne at the end of the show.
Were we?
Can you not remember? You were that sozzled, you see. So I'm going to put my lovely new mug to one side. Thanks to the Brazier family for that. I'm just going to shove it round here, out the way.
Yeah, the way I see it is I had to have the unicorn just to keep up, you know.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. So what drink have we got on the show today to make everybody happy?
We have John Krabby & Co. Scottish Raspberry. Deliciously fruity, best served ice cold with exceptional taste. With a twist of ginger.
Here we go. This is what we got. We got John Krabby Scottish Raspberry. Ice cold. Well, it was ice cold when we served it up, but we've got the heater on, we've got the lights on, and we're all both warmed up and sort of vibrant. It's a good word, isn't it? The vibrant. So we need to open that, Julia.
Okay. Yeah. Having it now.
We're going to have it now.
Okay.
Yes, of course, we're going to have it now. And we need some glasses, which I'm making you do all the work.
Yeah.
If you could open that and get the glasses, that would be fantastic. Here we go. Let's have a. Can't really smell. I'll have the small one. You can have the big one. How about that? There we go.
Sounds fair to me.
I tend to do most of the talking, you see, so you know this is how it works. So we've got a pink solution going into the glass, which looks very delicious, I have to say. It's even got a little line there to know where to stop. Whereas mine, on the other hand,
I'm just going to fill it to the brim.
Oh,
watch
charming!
You struggle.
Yes, should have had some ice and some things because it's like little cocktail glasses. There we go. So we're going to try this Krabby's drink and see what we think. Have you tried any of John Krabby's drink? He does a bit of ginger beer, and I think there's a ginger twist to this raspberry. stuff.
I could definitely smell the ginger.
So, cheers, young lady.
Cheers.
Welcome back to the show. And cheers to you, lovely listener, a lovely viewer, wherever you are. And chin chin, as they say. Oh, that's nice. Quite sweet.
I like sweet.
I know you.
Sweet is good.
I know you like sweet. So this is probably it's a bit too sweet for me. But
it could do with losing the ginger, to be honest.
I'm getting the raspberry. I do like the ginger.
Yeah.
No, not keen on ginger?
No, I prefer it in biscuits.
Oh, okay. No, I like that. That's nice, but it's a bit sweet for me. I could do with it sharper. But I like the kick. I like the kick. If that is genuine ginger and not chili being shoved in there, then I think that's very good.
No, I think I'd know if it was chili.
Yeah, so let's see what people are saying about that. Have they... hello from me, and Elijah says Charles Hartley. Sorry, Charles. That's the moment there. Kevin Hall says, hey up, Northerner. Cheers. Is it alcoholic, says Jew Kelly. No, it's not alcoholic. I'm sorry to say that. It is a non-alcoholic. But I think Crabbies do an alcoholic ginger beer, which is very nice. Endless glass, says Dave. Yes, I'm sure it is. Sugar Rush is just as good as alcohol, says Ed Warren. I guess it is. Do you like a good Sugar Rush? Rushing for the sugar?
Yep.
Yeah. Excuse me. I can see.
Can I just say?
Yes, of course.
Hello, Elijah. Night, night. Love you.
Ah. Good night, Elijah.
Got to do
Sleep
the sickly
well.
thing.
Go to bed now, for goodness sake. Oh, sorry. I beg your pardon. Please. Okay, right. Well, we've got that. We've got some nibbles and we've got some food, and we're going to be doing that a little bit later on. But first, just a few things to announce. Claire Leach, are you out there? Yes, she is. She says, I've had crabbies. Well, you can go to the doctor and get something for that, I'm sure. But Claire, you are in the admin now. She is one of the admin. There's 2 new admins to the Bald Explorer page. Which is fantastic. Chris Puller is the other one, although I haven't actually added him yet because I couldn't find out where his name was. So we've had a few technical issues with that. Mostly, I think, because I hadn't befriended him. Because I'm like that. I don't befriend everybody, you know. So there we go. More emojis flying past. Kevin Hall is clearly a long time since Richard put the kiddies to bed. Yes, it's absolutely a long time. It's... Gosh, 20-something years. They're more likely to be putting me to bed, sadly. That's the honest truth. But anyway, there we go. So yeah, we've got some admins in there. So hopefully you won't, if you're waiting to join the Bald Explorer group, you won't have to wait too long because I've got staff.
You have.
That was the cue there. That was the cue. We've rehearsed. This is This is very well rehearsed. Sorry, I have staff now.
You have staff.
I have staff.
He has
yes,
staff.
and I have a long stick as well, and a piece of bread,
and a cane,
and a cane, sugar rush. So there we go. See what I did there? No idea.
Well
Brilliant. Well, by the way, was anyone travelling on the A27 or the A259 today? Sort of north of Shoreham. Did anybody go and see that terrible fire? We've had a terrible fire, ladies and gentlemen. A dreadful thing. And I've got it here. Here's a bit. I don't know if there's any sound on this. I've nicked this from somebody else. So have a listen to this. So yeah, so there you go. To be honest with you, I downloaded that. I have to admit, I don't know if somebody. I haven't listened to the audio. I didn't listen to the audio because I was in a panic today to get everything all ready for the lovely Julia, who's here, by the way. You may have noticed. I haven't given her much airtime to speak, but you're going to do some speaking. Just practice that lovely voice of yours. But yeah, that was a fire here, very close to the Vobes, but it wasn't that close to be worrying about. But it was a wood yard, a timber yard, a chandler's yard. To get the facts right, Vobes. It was a chandler's yard near Shoreham Port, close to Shoreham Fort.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. That's so bad. Shall we get some food underway? Because you have been out. We've been trying to get this for some time, ladies and gentlemen. And will you tell a story?
Oh yeah, last week I had the failed attempt at trying to get some iced buns for the show.
Yes, failed attempt at ice buns, and I was distraught because you had told me how marvellous this place was. Who from where, dear Julia?
From Truffles.
From Truffles?
Very lovely bakery down in Lancashire.
Show the lovely box to the lovely viewer.
The lovely Leanne Moore.
Here we go. We're going to show you because it's got nice branding on this box. Show the branding on the box. Yeah, the box. We might have to get the branding in. You know, there it is. Look at that. Truffles.
Very nice.
The truffles are something that pigs go snouting for, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are they?
I still don't know what they actually are, though. I think are they some sort of fungi?
I thought they were some fungi that they go. Yeah, some sort of fungusy.
Bit like you.
Yeah, I'm a fun guy. Get it?
But
So you've got here now. What do you got? Iced buns. Oh wow! Look at that. I noticed there's 3 in there. So 1 for me. And 2 for you?
1 for me now.
Yeah.
And 1 for me later.
Oh, yeah, because you like sugar. Mm-hmm. Fantastic. Look at the size of this, ladies and gentlemen. These are terrific ice buns from Truffles in Lancing.
Some of the best ice buns around,
They're absolutely huge. This is going to fill my gob.
Go on, then.
No, not in one go. Not all in one go. But I won't be able to talk,
That's
which
not
would
so
probably...
fun, is it?
No, we'll have to eat alternately, you see. I'll eat a bit. You'll do some chatter. You eat a bit. I'll do a bit more. No, it's not going to work like that, is it? It's not going to work like that. Has anybody seen so many nice life... Cozy, you slimping slam snubber. Burnt the Vobes hair off. Oh, yes. Well, the Vobes hair's been burnt off many years, Rob. Mark Selwood. Oh, it's just vanished. Sorry. I was just about to read a thing, and it's just gone. Pete Bastable? Truffles 8 fungi. Yes, sorry. Brian Strong, pass them this way. Here we go, sir. That's 1 for you.
I've had a bite, but you can have some.
Oh, look at that. So, I got one in the old Nasher, and it's delicious.
Whoops, I took a bite too.
You took a bite too? Oh, very nice. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. So, okay. I'm going to try and carry on. And they are a bit... They're a bit cloyy, aren't they, in the mouth? For when you're trying to present a show and you've got a big bun and stop it and a glass of vino collapso.
Right, you're supposed to drink it, not wear it, darling.
Oh, I always like to wear my drink, you know. So people know that I've been down the boozer. Anyway, we've had the fire. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about one of the things we were supposed to be talking about in the Today Show. Julia and I had a meeting. We had a very important meeting. You know how these executives go off and go, I'm in a meeting, lovey. Yes, 11 o'clock meeting in the office. We had a meeting. Where did we go for our meeting?
We went to the Coffee Lounge.
The Coffee Lounge. So we didn't go to Truffles on this occasion because we would never got any meeting or words done because we would have had these in our gobs. But, what? Ooh. So we had a meeting about the place we're off to elope to. Well, not elope, but hitching.
We're going to skip off into the sunset.
Glastonbury, ladies and gentlemen. You may remember we were collecting some money from you lovely listeners and we were going to go to Glastonbury, and here we are having a good laugh about the idea, and you said it'll never happen, and I said don't say that, it will happen, and it has happened. We've raised the money, and ladies and gentlemen, I can announce now on the show, if I can find the camera again, here's the camera, I can announce on the show, and let's put some announcing on the show music on. It's all nice and sort of boogie-ish. I can announce on the show that we have booked the rooms, ladies and gentlemen. We have booked it's a mill. It's an old mill, a water mill. And Julia and I are going to be staying. It's not actually in Glastonbury because the place that we looked at was quite expensive and it blew our budget. But we have 2 nights in this very delightful mill. And
it's a working mill as well, isn't it?
It is a working mill. That's right. So I'm going to be going around Glastonbury and you're going to be working at the mill. Is that okay? It's a treadmill, ladies and gentlemen. It's a treadmill. So you've got to, in order for us, it's eco-friendly, you see, because in order for us to have any electricity and light and that sort of stuff, and so we can sit there and fry bacon, you'll be on the treadmill.
Well, as long as you're going to make the ice buns after.
I'll feed you plenty of ice buns, and you do all the running and all that healthy stuff.
They better be as good as Truffles.
And another thing, So we've got that far. So thank you so much, ladies and thank you so much for that. We've got the buns. We've got the rooms booked. So that's all very nice. We'll show you some pictures and stuff, and hopefully we'll do a live show from the mill. We're still working on that side of things, but we'll talk about that a bit later. But we're going to go for 3 days.
Yep.
3 days. That's 2 nights, ladies and gentlemen.
Two nights, 2 rooms.
2 nights too long, she says, with the old Vobie one-eyed Kenobi.
Do you know what the husband said the other day?
No idea what the husband said the other day, and I'm slightly worried now. What did the husband say the other day?
He said, do you think you'll be going on many more of these trips?
Oh, God. And what did you say to that?
Oh, I said, I don't know, we'll see how it goes with this one first. But...
Yes, so he was a bit angry, was he?
No, I think he's delighted.
Oh, phew.
Get some time without the old nagging one, you know.
Oh, who's the nagging one? Hope she's not coming.
Oh yeah, leave her at home.
Yeah, we don't want any nagging. Not when we go away. Yeah, so 2 nights. Do you think you can cope with the Vobes for 2 nights?
I don't know. Do you think you can cope with the lovely Julia for 2 nights?
Yeah, I think I can cope with the lovely Julia for 2 nights, I think. And of course we're taking you guys. You see, this is what they didn't quite get when I booked the room. They don't realise that actually the audience is virtually coming with us. We are packing you lot into a suitcase so that you make sure nothing, naughty goes on, i.e. that we nick the towels or the sheets or the pillowcase. You know how people do, don't they? They nick the duvet when they go to a hotel.
Trashing the hotel rooms or anything.
And they just leave. Whenever I go to a hotel, I always go there and I take some little portable soap. And I don't know what portable soap is, but I leave it in the dish tray. It's got my face on it, and they appreciate that because so many people nick theirs. I always like to. I'm talking rubbish.
That's so funny.
That's so funny. So Glastonbury. So what did we describe about Glastonbury and what we're going to do, Julia? What are we going to look at? I mean, what was the whole point? What's the whole point of going?
The whole point of going. It was to see lovely things, but
what sort of lovely things?
Well, the tour, for example.
Oh yeah, we're going to take a guided tour. What? Oh, the tour. You mean that sort of that thing up on the what's it?
Yeah, thing up on the what's it. That's exactly it.
We're going to go and see that. We're going to go up the high street.
Yep.
What are we going to see up at the high street?
Well, for me, it's feeling like it's going to be more of if anyone's a Harry Potter fan out there, it's going to feel like going down Diagon Alley.
The where?
Is
this a Harry Potter reference?
Yeah, it's the magical high street where Harry Potter gets all of his school books and stuff from. So.
Oh. And
quite frankly. Because since watching myself on The Bold Explorer and realising how little I actually know of paganism, and
What? Are you a fraud?
Well, pretty much.
So I think that's brilliant. So what? This is kind of going to be a quest for Julia. Julia's quest to find her religious bent.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That sounds
well, possibly. Yeah. Who knows? I just need to know more about paganism. Need to. But the pull. But it's still a hippie-ish place, isn't it? Glastonbury. A lot of hippies go there. Will we? Is that? I mean, what will I expect to see? Will I see people, smoking weed on every corner? Will I see all the Rastafarians hanging about? I think you'll see normal townspeople going about doing pretty normal town stuff.
What, people in anoraks and things?
I don't know, is that normal?
Well, it is in Worthing. No, well, I was expecting every doorway. I don't know if you've ever walked around Soho. Years ago, just close your ears for a minute. Years ago, when I, was a young lad and used to go up into London, I'd have to cut through to get to Warren Crescent, where all the film stuff was. You'd go through Soho, and there were these sort of dark alleys with these women with very little scantily things on and bits hanging all over the place. And
that sounds horrific.
As a young man,
bits hanging all over the place. Oh my gosh!
It was rather scary. And they would be going like this, "Hello, young man," and you'd go, "Oh, I say," until you got close to them, and you'd see the wrinkles and the age and the wig and all this. And they would go, "Oh, come down in our basement." I said, "No, I'm trying to get down to Warren Street," or it was one of those in Soho, London. And so I'd wander around like this, and then there were people looking through these little slits at things. I have no idea what that was all about. But So I imagine. So the reason I've said all of that, ladies and gentlemen, is that I imagine that in Glastonbury there will be similar sort of things, but instead of all these scantily clad people, there'll be a lot of people in doorways with crystal balls or runes and sort of shaking bones and that sort of thing, going, "Come into the mists of time, dear boy, come in and see what I read your future." That sort of, is that?
Well, hopefully you're not going to be disappointed, but yeah, no, it's not the festival at the time, so yes, there's probably lots of pagans live there, but it's going to be quite average English country, you know.
So have I just described pagans then?
No, you kind of described a stereotype, yeah. The same way I did with hippies last week.
Oh, well, there we are. So how do I put my foot in it?
I don't know. Do you need help getting it out?
Yeah, it's probably stuck somewhere. So anyway, so we've got some sort of itinerary, but we've got, what, 4 or 5 weeks? So the dates we're going, that's the important thing. You want to know when. When are you going? When are we going?
We're going on the 23rd and 5th. And...
What? 23rd and 5th? What about the 24th? We've got to stay till the 24th as well, surely.
My brain just skipped over a day.
Oh, right. We're going on the 23rd, the 24th, and we'll be back on the 25th, but we'll still be there in the morning of April, ladies and gentlemen. So that's all very exciting. It's very exciting. We're very excited. Are we excited?
I'm very, very excited.
You are excited. Very excited. We're very, very excited. So let's have a look, see what you're saying. Pot spelling checker. That's obviously some mystical thing. I'm going to get some pot-bellied checker. Crystal shops. There we are. Crystal shops and Alistair. Oh no, that was a children's program.
Lots of alternative shops and an
eclectic mix of townspeople. Thank you very much, Russell. You may meet my old mate Arthur Uther Pendragon. Oh, English.
We're going to go and see the abbey.
The druids. Look, neo druids. We're going to see druids.
Yeah.
Oh, now
that would be cool.
Yeah. What is a druid? I mean, I know they wear long mosques, don't they? And they dribble a lot.
Well,
no, that's not druids. I don't know what that is. Don't they? They meet in secret clans, don't they? And they sort of mumble and do what may. I'm thinking of Catweasel.
I think you're thinking of Shakespeare.
Oh, so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It's a bit of a just seeing the feedback. I've just seen the feedback of this funny little old man, which is quite near to the truth. Anyway, have a great time in Glasgow. Yes, we will. Anyway, will you be dyeing your head purple, Richard? The lesser spotted new age purple Vobite. Please do. Well, I haven't got any. Oh, my head. Maybe I'll go as a blueberry.
Well, like I said, I've got face paints. I can paint you a nice hairdo.
Oh, God. Yeah, well, there'll be face paints. Wiccan priest, says Andy Ash. Correct him. See, I've been taking. I will have a serious head on when I go and do all of this. Honestly, I will have a bit of a serious head on, but not too much. So anyway, Glastonbury's happening. So that's all very exciting. So there you go. Now, ladies and gents. So anyway, so I wanted to get onto that. Where have I been? Oh, I haven't put that on my list. Let's get on to some more munches.
Yeah, okay.
So we've got, here we go.
Barges of onion.
Now, I got these in Morrison's. Are you a curry person?
Not especially.
Good.
We'll give it a try.
So these are little onion crispy barges, as far as I've never seen them before. I just thought, you open packets of crisps in a strange way.
Oh, that's how it went.
Oh, I see. Oh, right. Okay, no, that wasn't a criticism.
I did contemplate getting my teeth on it, but, you know.
Fair dues.
There was no need.
So let's have a look at this. This, ladies and gentlemen, these are a little snackette. And I thought, you know, at this time of the show, we ought to have a snackette. And this is the snackette that we ought to have.
It smells nice enough.
Well, it's a funny old thing, isn't it? I'm not sure I like those. They're sort of devoid of flavour.
Oh, it's got a kick. No,
really?
Yep.
Too hot? Too hot to handle?
Too hot for this mild little creature.
Not strong enough for me.
Chuck them all in your mouth.
No. Now, well, they're all right, but these are made by somebody called Howdan, the essence of oh yes, I'm getting the kick now. Spicy onion flavoured, sweet and sour flavour of whatever. Anyway, I just thought that would be interesting to try, and I think that was a bit daft. Ladies and gentlemen, I went out today with Martin Snow. Where is Martin Snow? I haven't seen Martin Snow for ages.
Oh, did you keep him? Did you unlock the door?
No, I left him outside in the cold.
Whoops.
Yeah, sorry about that. We went to a leaflet exchange. Now, I don't know if you've ever been to a leaflet exchange. Do you know what a leaflet exchange is?
Is it where you swap leaflets?
That's exactly it. Attractions from all over the country, all over Sussex, the county, all over the county. They gather together in a sort of little exhibition, little tables, and they put out all their leaflets. So places like Hurstmonceux and Bodiam Castle and Lensley Gardens and interesting places that the Vobes, the bald explorer, could go and explore and take his little camera and wander around. The Royal Observatory at wherever it is. Oh no, that's at Greenwich, isn't it? But anyway, interesting place. I went around and there was lots of interesting people there, and I picked up this leaflet here called Discover Worthing. They've rebranded. Instead of being Visit Worthing, they now call it Discover Worthing. And I spoke to the lovely Judy Fox, who was on the stand there, and they're trying to sort of entice people to come to Worthing, sunny Worthing, and see the local produce, the nature around Worthing, the activities, the seasons, and all that sort of caper. And I said, well, it would be great. So I'm going to try and make some videos, a few more videos in Worthing, and find out exactly what they want. But I did nip down to the seafront, and I have, because it was a lovely day today.
Glorious.
And so I nipped down to the seafront, and I just did a quick little bit of videoing for a film coming up. And here, ladies and gentlemen, for your delectation, is a little snippet of it. Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer, and today I'm discovering Worthing, or at least part of Worthing. I'm down by the Seaside Pier, the lovely Art Deco Seaside Pier in Worthing, and I'm going to take a little stroll east. On my left there is the Dome Cinema, beautiful, lovely Dome Cinema, which featured in the Wish You Were Here film. Worthing is definitely a place worth discovering because there's so many different aspects of it, and the season is just about to start, which is very exciting. I'm filming in March, but look, the sun is shining. Everything is lovely, and the sea, although out at the moment, it comes in and people come en masse to sit there and enjoy it. We have all sorts of students coming in, student exchanges, which is fantastic. And of course people are moving from Brighton, because that's become far too expensive, and moving west into Worthing and beyond and taking up, because the cost of the houses here are a reasonable price, and they're a very nice place too. So I've been discovering Worthing very swiftly in this video, but maybe you fancy coming down and looking at it yourself and taking in all the wonderful views. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen, just a quick wander around. It should be interesting to see what these shows, I should just point out, these shows, yes, they're a bit silly and frivolous, and I think recently they're becoming more frivolous. In fact, you were talking to somebody who said that you can't handle the slightly manic nature of the Vobie one-eyed Kenobi. Is that a real true thing?
Well, I don't. I like it.
Oh, cool. That's all right.
Honestly,
are the shows too silly? I don't want them to become self-indulgent. So trying to make lots of content. I thought yesterday's show was a bit lame, really, but everyone said it was all right. So cool. Anyway, enough of that. Let's not be introspective, because that's no good on a show. I've got some other things to say, but later. So
today,
yes,
when I went looking for the truffles ice buns, I accidentally fell into the W.H. Smith. Bought a few books.
W.H. Smith, of course, for those overseas who are watching this, is one of our prime booksellers.
Yeah.
Used to be. They still sell good books though.
And stationery. And,
yeah. So
like
are you into books?
I do love books. I haven't bought new books for quite some time, and I will be buying lots in Glastonbury.
Oh. Well, they've got some lovely bookshops by looks at. I mean, I had a quick look at the high street on Google Images, and they do seem to have a lot of nice bookshops. So tell us about the books that you've got.
Any books you can recommend, anyone, that'd be great. So what have I got? I've picked up a few books. Picked up Sussex ghost stories.
Oh, wow.
Because I've actually got one about Hampshire ghost stories and things like that. I've forgotten half of those ones now, and I can't find the book. But, so try for some ghost walks and maybe...
Well, yes, because we were talking about the Portsmouth haunted round tower.
The round tower, yeah.
Have we got any lead on getting into that?
I haven't actually followed that yet, because Glastonbury's all been in the head.
That's all right.
But yeah.
Yeah, well, later we've got plenty of time. I mean, maybe in
much.
October when it's sort of Halloween would be a good time. Although they'll probably be busy.
It's going to be busy then.
Yeah. Well, we'll get in before then. So ghost stories. So you're into ghosts in a big way, are you?
Well, I wouldn't say in a big way, but yeah, no.
In a big enough way to buy a book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, it's intriguing. Okay.
Isn't it? What's your opinion on ghosts? Do you think they exist? Do you think what's your feeling?
Well, yes. You can't deny that there is some sort of energies, and there's blah, blah.
Well, I was looking for the energy there, ladies and gentlemen.
There was none to be found.
And it vanished in front. It went poof in a puff of logic.
Basically, what I was trying to say was that, yes, evidently that there must be some sort of energies left behind, particularly when there's something traumatic happens. But,
right.
Weird things happen.
Yeah, no,
we've got no other way of explaining it.
I think that's interesting because my dad died before Christmas, and I thought, I'm not sure. I had a bit of an open mind on ghosts. There's so many sort of people saying that ghosts are there, and there's other people say ghosts are not, and how can you say one way or another? But I thought my dad might at least, oh golly, what's that? Knock at the door, or that he might make his presence known. And I've actually, in the quiet of my room, I've actually sat down and said, "Hey, Dad, are you there? Show us a sign, Dad. Something." Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just like in real life. The swine. So you think that there's a possibility of something? We'll have to investigate this further.
Well, yeah, I do think there's something.
Well, that's good. I think that's excellent.
I don't think it's, just...
No, I am open to it, but I just need something to happen to prove it.
Yeah, well...
That's irritating, isn't it?
That is.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. So, move on to the next book on your list of Alzheimer's. What have you done?
So yes, I also am quite embarrassed by the fact that I don't know enough about tree identification. I say I love trees and stuff, and yet I can't really tell them apart. So, I've firstly got.
Oh wow!
ID book.
Yes, that's a very nice book. I've had my eye on that one. I haven't managed to buy it myself yet.
But yeah.
Yeah, you did.
So
tree identification. So we're going to be going around Glastonbury.
That's going to Glastonbury with me for sure.
That's a London plane. That's an elm. That's an elf.
Well, this says British trees. I don't know if it's got any of the non-natives that have crept in there or not.
I'm sure it's got.
I haven't been able to explore it yet.
No,
but I also picked up The Hidden Life of Trees, which. I saw an article on this a couple of weeks back. What they feel, how they communicate, discoveries from a secret world. Basically, someone's theory on how they communicate.
Well, absolutely. I think I've got that or one similar. I can't remember, but yeah,
I'm aware that they use the what's the scientific word? Mitochondria? No, the fungi or the fungal ligaments to connect to each other and pass information and nutrients along. So
because in layman's terms, they say that trees sort of talk to each other, don't they?
Yes, through their roots.
Through their roots and through this fungal underground system. And I believe in all of that. I think that's absolutely 100%.
And basically, if say this tree was sick and this tree was healthy, it would be able to keep.
It would help.
Nourish that one and to respect to the other, and likewise. So.
Yeah, so I know. I think there's a lot of interesting thing about trees and stuff that we've just almost forgotten. That and I'm sure this goes back to your paganism. That it actually, there's a lot of earth stuff that in our modern day world we've sort of almost removed ourselves from real life, and I think it's time that we got back to it.
Yeah, I really wish there was some, proper nice chunks of woodland that just got left alone and never touched.
Yes.
And ideally, in fact, in wood farms and stuff, I would like there to be, at least one mother tree in each section, or father tree, whichever you like, to, I don't know, it's just, we're just raping the ground, it scares me to hell and back.
So what is your last book?
And the last one is The Private Life of an English Field Meadowland.
Oh wow, that looks interesting.
By John Lewis Stemple. And basically, from what I can tell, it's It's a gentleman following and observing a wilded field on his farm.
Oh, right.
Over the course of a year.
So observations of a...
So it's basically EastEnders for a little meadow field.
Right.
Sounds
EastEnders
lovely.
for a meadow field, ladies and gentlemen. So what do you make of that? That sounds interesting. I'm so thrilled that you've been into bookshops and that I've found a fellow book enthusiast. Go on Russia, invade Worthing, says Tim. I don't know where that came from. Been missing out on some of these.
Really that bad.
Mick Bain says, puff in a puff. That's gone. Love it. Telepathy communication thought, says Sandra Horn. And Ed Warren says, 100% seen a ghost and experienced a few things. I used to be sceptical, but not anymore. You see, that's where I am. I say I'm very. I would love to experience, but maybe being sceptical is what prevents me from seeing stuff.
Yeah. So you've not been poked in the ribs by a ghost then?
No, not by a ghost.
I have.
Have you?
Yeah, when I was in a show, I can't remember which show, I think it was Jekyll and Hyde, but that's neither here nor there, in the new Theatre Royal in Portsmouth, on the not the High Street, Commercial Road.
You were poked in the ribs? And how do you know it was a ghost?
Because there was no one there.
Oh, right.
Basically, I'm stood in the wings, down tucked to the side, where the box used to be, and I later found out that box is actually haunted by this guy that used to, the sailor, that used to come and watch the shows whenever he was there.
Right.
You know, it was always there. And apparently it's him that nudges people to say, oi, you're supposed to be on.
Other people have experienced this?
Yeah. I didn't find out until later. That
I do love the stories.
My Hampshire book of ghost stories.
Oh, right.
And I was like, oh.
See, I do like the stories and I do find it intriguing, but I suppose I'm looking for a rational thing first before I would just automatically say it was ghosts. But I would love to be able to say, yes, I've actually seen something or experienced something. But here's the thing. I once, on my Vobes show, I know I go on about the old Vobes show, I went with a ghost hunting party overnight to an old haunted pub. And things were going on and lights were coming in and they were searching for things. And then one woman who was a medium there was going, oh, there's somebody in the room and his name's Roger. And they were talking about this. And I was sort of saying... So I was being quiet and observing, and I had the microphone and we were recording it. And I'll send you the link at some point. And anyway... At the end, I said, but why didn't you ask his... Because she seemed to be conversing with him quite well, saying, oh, yes, and he's telling me that he worked in the fields around here, and blah, blah. And I said, afterwards, why didn't you get his name? Why didn't you get his date of birth? Why didn't you get some stuff that we can then go and check the records and find out if he was really there and not this sort of vague sort of... Because... You know, she's
because
talking.
It doesn't work like that.
I know, but this is the argument they all say. It doesn't quite work like that, and yet she's going, "Oh, okay. So, when did you? Oh, and I thought, well, you're able to ask them those very vague questions. Why can't you be more specific? And so I kind of came away from that thinking, oh, I don't. And then people were around the Ouija board doing all this nonsense, and they were talking to this thing and going, oh yes, he's you know, what was his profession? He's a blacksmith and such, and he, you know, where did you? And I said, ask him his name. Get some stuff that we can actually, you know, go and check the records.
Information would be great. But
but they just sort of, they wouldn't answer me. They wouldn't say why they don't do that. I mean, they would say, oh well, it doesn't work like that. And I just thought, well, that's a bit, you know. That you could try though, couldn't you? It doesn't work like you could try.
Yeah. I always feel a bit.
You're going to find me annoying at Glastonbury, aren't you?
No, you're not. No.
2 nights. You're going to find me really annoying.
If I can put up with myself, I can put up with you.
Oh right, fair dues. Anyway, so they're the books that you've bought. I think that's absolutely fantastic. I'm quite interested in that Meadowland. I might have to go.
I might let you borrow it.
Oh, don't let me borrow it because you'll never get it back.
So I know where to find you.
Oh, yeah, you know where I live.
Bang on your. Oi, give me my book.
So what's been going on there whilst we've been nattering? Maybe in time you will be tuned in to spot ghosts, says Mark Selwood. Mark, have you ever seen a ghost? How many people out there have seen ghosts? I want to do some ghost stories. I do want to do some ghost stories and that sort of thing on the show. And I want to set up with Gary Baines at Shoreham Fort and do a live ghost night. That's one thing I'd like to do, which would be interesting. I don't know if Gary's... Is Gary out there? Dan Thompson says that roll looks yummy.
It is.
Have I eaten mine? I've more or less eaten mine.
Mine!
Talking of eating things that are yummy, I did see Gary Baines today. I'll tell you all about the places in tomorrow's show. But Gary said he would give me a box of fudge if we eat it and try it on the show. So this is from Shoreham Fort, ladies and gentlemen. Shoreham Fort. And I thought it would be a great thing to do it. £1.50. They're homemade mint chocolate fudge. Julia, do you like fudge?
Honestly, no, not really.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Not usually, no.
You not usually know?
No.
Good.
Only because it gets stuck in the teeth. It's the fudge, caramel and things like that.
Yeah, well, that's fine. Well,
but
no, if you don't like them, they're all for me. Look at them, look how lovely they are. See that? Look, all
that's the
homemade
nice,
and delicious
big,
bit.
chunky, soft fudge. Not
Yeah. You see how nice that is? They look like the stuff you put in sugar. What were you doing? No, you didn't like them. You can't go taking my fudge. This is not fair. I paid £1.50 for that.
I've done it now.
Oh no, I didn't pay anything for it.
Do you want it back? Do you want it back?
No.
I had to do it again. You didn't see me lick it the first time.
Oh, you licked it. I didn't see you lick it. Well, have a try. I want to know what you think. Mint chocolate, they are. They're sweet. You like sweet things?
Of course.
Mm?
I like you, don't I?
I'm not really very sweet. Oh, they are nice. The trouble is they're probably fattening. But what do you reckon? So get yourself
Better
down.
than the onion bhaji. That's for sure.
Yeah, they were a little bit rubbish.
No.
Get yourself down to Shoreham Fort. Buy yourself some of these lovely mint chocolate. They're lovely. Used by the 24th of the 3rd, 2018. That's how fresh they are. Or how old they are. Whichever way you look at it. Nice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Okay. Well, if you're very good, you can have another one.
Very kind.
So yes, I'm a very, very nice man. Jane Ainsley says, have lived in a house with a poltergeist. Jane, we want to know more. What do you mean? What did the poltergeist do? Wait a minute, Jane. Just a minute, Jane. Hold on. Hold your horses, Jane, because Jane... Yeah, no, oh, red rum. There's... Jane, I thought poltergeists were those that, dashed about with people who were in their teens, teenagers and stuff. It's that sort of teenager puberty. Am I allowed to say puberty in thing? And I know that you're over 21. Shall we put it like that? We want to know what happened, Jane. I'm very interested. Or maybe it was when you were back in your teens, a couple of years ago. Mark Wynne says, I've experienced a few things that are unexplained, but I'm still sceptical. So, yeah, it's interesting. I have some true stories you may be interested in. Well, I wanted the fake stories. Who wants true stories? I want you to make up something absolutely barbaric. That would be... Barbaric?
Barbaric?
Oh, sorry. There's too much sugar. That's what it is.
Enough for you.
Oh, no, you've taken them away. Not seen a ghost, but experienced something. Well, what? What have you experienced? And how do you know it was a ghost? Oh, I love all this.
No, I can understand that.
Dan Thompson says flirt.
What?
What does that mean, flirt?
Who's flirting?
Are you flirting? Are you certain you're flirting?
I'm certain I'm not flirting, I'll tell you.
Terry Wood says, me and my sister both see ghosts of my granddad. We both experience spirits. So I'm being frivolous on this show, and you know that. You see the serious side of me on the walks, and if you listen to the Naked Englishman, you get the dour, depressed side of me. Elaine Brazier says, I saw a UFO in 1965. Blimey. 1965. You don't see so many UFOs these days, do you?
Brian says he sees, I think he said it means a ghost right now.
Where? See, where's Brian? Hang on.
I did put some makeup on, so I
seen
wasn't
a ghost
too pale.
right now. Can I have one? Says Charles. Can I have? Oh, take one back for Charles. Of course you can, Charles, dear boy.
Is he still watching?
He's still watching. He's making sure that nothing goes on. Sandra says, where did you see the... It's all very well you saying that. Suddenly we're very interested. The show's just gone out the window, ladies and gentlemen. The show's of no consequence anymore. We want to know about the UFO. Where did you see the UFO? Tell us. Type it out immediately. Who's that there? Look. Made you look, made you stare, made you... what?
I thought that was Eric.
Oh yes, where is Eric? It's Martin Snow. Hello, Martin.
Hi, Martin. You got in after all.
What sort of spirits have you got? Yes, well, we've got these sort of spirits... And it's non-alcoholic, unfortunately, which is, hey-ho. The ghost of Thomas Kemp. Now, that's a great name. Who was Thomas Kemp? I feel I'm going to show my ignorance by not knowing who he is. Pete says, the ghost of... That's such a great name. That's like, the ghost of Thomas Kemp. Already, can you not picture Thomas Kemp as this person from, 1732, in a doorway with mist all around, and is there just peering out, looking vaguely into the distance, and he is the ghost with a cape, with a big black cape and a waistcoat and a pickpocket, not a pickpocket, a waistcoat pocket, a handkerchief, and he's sort of dabbing his nose with a nosegay, as they used to do, at the noisome smells from the gutter where the butcher had been chopping up pigs only the afternoon before. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is ridiculous.
No, I'm just watching you,
The ghost of Thomas Kemp. Who was Thomas Kemp? You're not typing fast enough, ladies and gentlemen. You're not typing. Anyway, where are we doing? Oh, we've nearly done an hour. Oops, a daisy. So we ought to bring this to a close. We've done the book. Oh, before we go, let's have a little... First of all, before we go, let's put on some nice music. Just get ourselves... Just calm down now, ladies and gentlemen. Calm down. This has been a slightly fruity show. And I blame Julia completely.
Whatever.
Let's have a quick look in the group and see what people have been posting. Now, just before we did the show, ladies and gentlemen, I noticed everybody started posting stuff, and when I'd gone in there was only like one thing. So I've only got one thing to bring to you. Where we are. Here we go. And this is Mark Wynne. Mark Wynne has posted this very lovely building, and it's in Ireland, and it's where he works. And he says, this is the stunning building, I don't know if I'm going to get this right, Servite Priory in County Tyrone, Northern Ireland. I have my office here, he says. I don't know what you do, but it's a lovely, lovely place. The building and grounds are full of history, and it's here I hope to make my first Vobing reporter item. Bloomin-tastic. The area is very famous for the Battle of Benburb, which took place on the 5th of June, 1646. No doubt the ghost of Thomas Kemp was there. Over 3,000 people reported killed. So understandably, there are many stories of ghost sightings. See how well I slipped that in, ladies and gentlemen. The building itself was an American military hospital during the 1940s, with the chapel its operating theatre. So there we go. And look, you can see the crows. You can see the mysterious crows flying above it. If that doesn't give you the chillies, I don't know what will.
That's a fantastic building.
Isn't that lovely? So thank you for posting that, and Mark, we're looking forward to your amazing first Vogue reporting. I know you wanted a t-shirt and stuff, or a polo shirt. I haven't got round to it, but hopefully some of my staff we'll be doing some, I'm going to have to get more stuff. I need more minions.
You need a head of merchandising.
I need a head of, yes, head of merchandising, please. Oh, that was the music. That's gone. And finally, before we go, because time is getting on, we can't really waste everybody's time too much. It's been a bit self-indulgent. It is a Thursday show. Thursday show is a self-indulgent show, I've just decided. Who did this? Paul. Was this you? I think this is Paul Hine who did this. I'm pretty sure it was Paul Hine. Somebody did it, and forgive me for forgetting. But we were talking about data streaming because Julia and I are going to Glastonbury. Did you know?
Oh, are we?
Yeah, we're going to Glastonbury.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
And we're hoping to do a live show.
Yeah.
From Glastonbury, which will probably be even worse than this show tonight. A bit more. Well, hopefully we'll hold it together a bit better. I feel like we've sort of, stumbled through it a little bit. And it's my fault. I accept the responsibility.
Well, hopefully I'll have more to say.
No, you've done very well. But so we were looking at dongles. Not a dangle, a dongle, and we want to be able to stream live, ladies and gentlemen. We want to be able to stream live, and we need some sort of way of getting this doing. Now, I know you've got some sort of...
I've got a new phone and a new contract, so that should cover us with a hotspot. Gosh,
look at that! We're gonna use Julia's hotspot. Won't ask where it is, but apparently we're going to use that. So I look forward to doing that. But in the meantime, people have been doing some tests, and I think this was Paul, but I may have got this wrong. Anyway, so he went out and he suddenly started streaming live from Emsworth, and this is what he was doing. I can't actually remember if there's any sound over this. I may be talking over him. I think I am. Hang on a minute. Here we are. I'll take the Emsworth sound because I think it's all wind, if I remember rightly. But he bunged up a bit. So this is because he filmed. If you film stuff, please film on your phones with your phones horizontal as opposed to vertical, because it works so much better playing things in. I know that's me being pedantic as a filmmaker, but anyway, he was streaming live, and this is the results of what it looked like. And thank you so much. Please own up who it was, because I've momentarily lost my notes. I apologise for that. But
I can't remember either.
No. So anyway, we know it's possible. The quality may be a bit blurry than this because of the data thing, but we're doing our best to do that. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, before we go, one of the reasons I'm harking on about this is because I want to take the show, the live show, out of here many more times. So the summer is coming. You may not believe it, we've got to get through the spring, but the summer is coming, and I think this live show, we could go from a village on a cricket ground with a cricket team behind us. We'll be sitting out there on an evening at 8 o'clock with the sun slowly going down, the cricket behind us. We'll invite people to come in and talk, and we'll have things to play in, or we'll come from a windmill. The insides of a windmill or outside of a windmill, or we'll be in a village with its pond and we'll be talking to the locals, or we'll come from a pub, a nice rustic old pub, sampling the beer, sampling the thing, rather than just stuck inside here, and we'll be out and about. That's my plan. That's what I would like to do, and to get more people and less of me. That's why I want more lovely Julias and less of me, because you get enough of me as it is, to be fair. And I keep gabbling and talking.
In your defence, I do like seeing you, and I like seeing Corinne and Georgie and Billy.
Absolutely. So
don't want to see more of me, really.
Yes, we do. We do. So so we're building up this team of regulars, and I want to take them all out to like some interesting location and broadcast live. It's going to be magical. It's going to be great. Anyway, so that's an idea. Plant that seed, see what you think. Hotspot works if you have a good signal. That's just what we need. Julian Humphreys has joined. Hello, Julian. Hello, dear boy. How are you? We're just about to end the show. We've been doing it for an hour. I don't know where you've been. Mick Bain says a hotspot. Clocks go forward on Sunday the 25th of March. Does that mean it's darker at night or lighter? If they go forward, I can never work this out.
I can never remember.
If it's 6 o'clock and then they go forward, it means it's 7 o'clock. So it gets darker earlier. If the clock goes forward and it's light now, and then the clock is then changed, it's actually 7. Oh no, it means it's lighter, isn't it? Yes. No, it means you've got lighter evenings.
It should be lighter.
Yes,
yeah.
I worked it out.
Doesn't always quite.
I don't know why
work
you
like
couldn't
that,
just help me out there. You could have told me.
Well, you
failed
do
miserably
so well.
on it. Anyway, what does Nigel Sadler say? He says the top of Sisbury or Chantonbury on a midsummer's day would be an awesome show. There you go. Exactly. Imagine that, standing on the top of the Tor. We'd probably get moved on at the top of the Tor, but Chantonbury, we could do that. We could go to some interest, but I want to have people around. And also, we can invite you guys. You could come and join the party.
I've just realised, do they think we're going in March to Glastonbury?
No.
Right.
You
did say April, because I didn't say April.
Yeah, no, definitely April, but I think it just means it's going to be lighter. Yes, thank you, Nigel. We know what you're talking about. And Russell Donald Bell, do like that name, says it's lighter. Everyone's saying it's lighter. Where's Martin disappeared to, says Mark Ridley. No idea. So, anyway, listen, this has been an extraordinary long show. Rambling and half the stuff is... whatever, but it's been fantastic. It's been wonderful to have the lovely Julia here again, brightening up, if not your evening, certainly mine. So thank you, Julia. It's been lovely.
Thank you for having me.
I am aware that I've dominated the conversation and not let you sort of have full reign, but we are off tomorrow on another adventure at, what's it called? Crowhurst?
Yes.
We're looking for another old tree, so I will let you do most of the stuff in that one.
Okay.
And then I will be back here for another show tomorrow evening on my lonesome Todsome, and I've got some other bits and bobs to share with you, which will be hopefully quite nice and jolly. So, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I think we've done an hour, which is a remarkable, and you probably... I'm amazed that you're still there. Great show. Thanks, guys, says Paul Watts. Thanks very much. Good night. Most of you, Richard, not less. More of the Harriet and Lola. Yes, Harriet and Lola. Hoping to see her at the weekend, although I won't actually be taking the show up there for reasons I will explain in tomorrow's show. But from Julia and I, back here in jolly old Worthing, it's been lovely to be here.
Be here, lovely.
We will see you again soon. Thank you, Julia. It's been absolutely fantastic. But we must go. I've got to take Julia home now to her dear darling husband, who is waiting patiently at the door with his baseball bat ready to beat my brains out if I am late. So until then...
Cricket bat.
A cricket bat. Oh yeah, because he's an Englishman, not an American. Yeah, because baseball bat... Anyway, we're off. Ta-ta, bye-bye, and thank you for watching.
Thanks for having me.
Goodbye!